I'm really not special. Um, you know, um, I'm very regular, as some might say. How so? Um, you know, just that's the thing is I have nothing even noteworthy to talk about and say about myself because I'm just regular. But I feel like that's kind of a good thing, right? Because sometimes, specifically in school, right, or anywhere actually, I'd be like, oh, people are probably looking at me and they probably think like I look stupid, you know. But nobody's looking at you. Nobody's looking at me because we're regular. We're regular as hell, bro. Um, and that's a good thing. That's fine. I think that noticing that you're normal and that you're regular, it helps with confidence. I feel like before I was like, oh, so many people are looking at me. If I do one thing like small, like if I slightly trip, people are probably gonna be thinking, oh, that guy's a fucking, you know, dumbass, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, nobody really gives a damn. Like I've never gone home. You got to think about it like that. You know, you got to place yourself outside of your own body. Give yourself some perspective, right? Have you ever gone home after work day or a school day and think, wow, that guy I saw or that girl I saw today, they're so stupid. I can't believe they had a minor stutter when they spoke. That's ridiculous. I need to find them and let them know that they're dumb. Like you don't nobody does that. That's not normal. If you do that, you're sick. You're sick in the head. Um, but nobody does that because nobody cares. And so it almost allows you to just kind of, first of all, do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? On some you only live once stuff, right? On some YOLO shit. You can kind of just do your own thing, dress how you want, do whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, people don't care that much. You know, people don't care that much. Now, if you do something like ridiculously cringe, people probably might remember it. Like if you were like a furry suit to school, you know, people will probably remember that. I'm gonna be honest with you, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be like, "Wow, I just can't wait to find that person and let them know how dumb they are." People just kind of move on. You know, you may become a victim of some type of story time in the future. You know, they'll be looking back like, dang, y'all remember that weird guy or girl who were afraid, you know, but at the end of the day, who cares? If what you don't know won't hurt you. Um and I think that's just kind of like the main thing that really does help improve confidence, at least for me, you know. It's just that I'm normal, nobody cares. People might care if I do something cool anyway. People would care more if I did something swag than if I did something not swag. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't even know if that's true. But it also helps when you actually. This is a pro tip, right? Pro tip: when you actually listen to compliments, it low key helps. They said it for a reason. They could have just been being nice. Like if somebody's like, "Hey man, I like that shirt." They could have just been being nice. But as somebody who doesn't like to even give compliments, when I give somebody a compliment, it's like I'm being honest. Okay, I'm not saying something. I'm not lying. I'm not capping to you, especially if I don't know you. And I have no obligation to do so. Like if it's your birthday or something, like you know, then I probably actually mean it. So if you take compliments, like somebody's like, oh yeah, this guy in tennis, he was like, damn, hey Mikey, hey, W Fair or something like that. I was like, hey bro, appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. And sometimes I get to school, like my brother would tell you, sometimes I get to school after I craft a fit, like today. It's not a school day, right? It's a Sunday. I'm crafting a fit, and then tomorrow when I get to school and I see like my reflection, I'm like, this fit is trash. But turns out my fits are actually not that bad. So that's nice. And so yeah, he was like, hey Mike, you got that fit on. And then one day he pulls up in like a decent fit. He's like, hey bro, I'm trying to be like you. I'm like, nah, chill, nah, chill. And it's crazy that he means that, you know. Again, confidence can be difficult, especially if you're not dealing with compliments. And if you're dealing with the opposite, whether it be bullying, whether it just be people just being rude, being a-holes, it kind of sucks. It definitely hurts your confidence. Um, and so with that in mind, it's kind of just like believe that you're just naturally swaggy, bro. You just gotta believe it because nobody else is really gonna tell you that unless you're fortunate enough to have people complimenting you, saying, "Hey man, you're swaggy, you're cool." And without that, you really just gotta believe that you're automatically swag. You know? Yeah. Especially does suck, like I said, if you're just surrounded by people hating on your swag. But if it helps, hey, I think you're swaggy for watching this video. You'll be extra swaggy if you like and subscribe. That was so stupid. But yeah, hey, that's all I gotta say. It's a short little video. We get into some daily uploads though. We doing pretty good. So yeah, hey, stay swaggy, stay confident, and stay blessed. It's a Sunday.